Sponsored in part by ourdailysalt.com, handcrafted kitchen accessories and tools, crafted by Chef Felicia Wild for the home cook or the professional chef, made in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, USA, shipping United States and international. Visit ourdailysalt.com.
Hello, I'm Holly Baird. Welcome to Canning What You Grow. Today we are doing pickled beets, and pickled beets are easy to do and they're nice to have in the winter time. And we have some beets that we actually bought at the farmer's market, and then we have some that we also grow in our garden. And so we're just going to do a combination of the two because we enjoy pickled beets. So we're going to do hopefully about 9 pints of them. The first thing you want to do is you want to get your beets cleaned up, which we have done. Then you also want to cut the tops off, so you leave about an inch or so of top. And we've done that on all these. And now we're going to get them into the boiling water, and they have to cook for a little bit. Okay, so we're going to put the beets in the water, but first we want to put some salt in there, and I'm just going to use the canning salt that we have. It doesn't really matter, just want it to be lightly salted. So I'm going to do about a teaspoon or so, and then I'll dissolve down. I'll just give it a little stir here. And then you just get your beets in the water, and once they cook down for about 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm going to get that done, get them in here, and let them get to cooking. Okay, so in our biggest stock pot we have 9 pounds of beets. So we're going to let them cook. They have to cook for about 25 minutes. And we don't have to put them, once they're done cooking, we don't have to put them in an ice bath or anything. We just go ahead and let them cool, and then we can get them ready to peel them. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes, and I checked the beets with a fork, and I can feel they're tender, kind of like the same tenderness you want to feel if you're making like mashed potatoes, that same feeling, or cooking, or boiling potatoes rather. So then I'm just going to get the beets out of here, and this isn't necessary, you don't have to put them in a cool water bath, but I'm doing this simply for the fact that it's going to help them cool down a lot faster, and that's what we want because we want to be able to peel them without having to burn our fingers. So I'm just going to get these all in this water here. There's one of those nice big ones. Okay, so you just want to remove the peels or the skins of the beets, and it's pretty easily done. They just peel right off. If you want to make it go quicker, you could always take like a spoon and just run it along, but it doesn't take very long, especially these big ones take just a little bit more work. The other thing you want to do is you want to cut your top off now, like so. And then you also want to cut the root off as well. One thing I want to mention is that if you have a really nice cutting board, you might not want to use it for this project, just for the simple fact that, as you can see, the beets do leave off that nice pink, beet red color. So if you don't want to stain your cutting board, then just use, one like this so that you don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to get these all peeled up. I'm going to get them chopped up so that they can fit into the jars easily. And then we're going to get our brine going. Okay, so here's a helpful trick to get your peels off your beets is if you take a spoon, just like this, a teaspoon type spoon, and as you can see, it just helps get the peel right off. And that way, it's fast, it's easy, and it gets right underneath that skin, just like that. And then you can get the peel off, and then you're good to go. Okay, so to make our brine, we need a couple different things. One, we need sugar, and we use an organic fair trade cane sugar for just social responsibility reasons. Then we also need 6 cups of vinegar, so I'm going to put that right in there. Then we need 3 cups of water. Then we're going to make a little spice sachet. You can use cheesecloth. We just use these coffee filters. And we already have our cinnamon sticks and our cloves in there. Then we're going to add some allspice. And you want to use whole allspice. And there we go. So I'm going to get that tied up. I'm going to get this on the stove. And then we're going to get it to boil. Okay, so there's not really much to do here once you get everything dissolved. You just want to wait for this to bring it to a boil. You want to put your little spice packet in there and let it do its thing with the spice. Once it comes to a boil, you let it simmer for 5 minutes. Okay, so It's boiled and simmered for 5 minutes, so now it's time to get our beets in our jars. So you just take your pint jar. You want to make sure you leave a 1/2 inch of head space. So I'm just going to get the beets in there. Try to pack them down a little bit. And we get a couple more. There you go. And then I get my brine in there. And I get my lid on there. And then I want to wipe my rim off. It's very important to get a proper seal. You want to make sure you wipe your rim off there. Push that down. There we go. Oh. Alright, then we get our lid on. And our ring. And actually, you know what? This one's sticking out. I think I'm just going to take it out. I don't like that. There we go. I just like to make sure all my vegetables or fruit are at least properly underneath the brine so that they can preserve correctly. So I got my lid on my ring on. I'm going to get this in the canner. I'm going to get all these done, and you just want to finger tighten this. I'm going to get all these done, and they process for 30 minutes. Okay, so this is our last jar. We ended up with 9 and a little extra. The extra we're not going to worry about. Our canner holds 9, so we're just going to eat those for part of our dinner. And let me get my lid on here. And remember, you just want to finger tighten those. So I'm going to get this into the canner, and then we're going to get our rack down, and we start our timer. We're going to get our rack down and start our timer at 30 minutes. Okay, so our timers went off. We're going to get these out of the canner. Okay. And you just want to put them on a towel so you don't get them directly on the counter or your table, so that you don't want the jars to accidentally crack or pop because of that reason. So okay, and we got our final jar here. We're going to get that out of the canner. And you want to wait for them to seal. Once they're sealed, you can go ahead and remove the rings, and they've cooled down. You can store them for long-term storage, get them labeled, and there you have some pickled beets. I'm Holly Baird, and this has been Canning What You Grow. To see all of the Canning What You Grow video series, you can visit our website, which is thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com, and you click on the Canning What You Grow icon.